guys, it's Kate. Welcome to Covert with Narcissist 101. Please subscribe if you haven't. Guys, today we're going to talk about did the narcissist make a mistake? And by that I mean, was what happened to you a mistake? And I know with the Valentine's Day coming up and everybody's getting into the mood, some people might be getting apologies and let me back up here. This came about when there was a discussion at work or something, and somebody was saying something about, they'll realize they make a mistake and they'll go back. I kind of chuckled at this because that might work obviously with regular relationship, normal relationship, but with a narcissist, I don't see how what happened to you or what happened to us is a mistake, because okay, nobody's a saint. I'm not. I'm sure you guys are not. We all try to be good. But if you say if a mistake, you define a mistake, obviously is not something that happens intentionally, And with what happened to us, obviously it wasn't something that just spur of the moment. Then is something that took time, and somebody actually put in the work to get this done. So when I heard that, it prompted me to make this video. So was what happened to you a mistake? Was this something the narcissist is going to come back and realize their mistake? They made a mistake and they didn't mean it, and apologized to you. Let me say what I told my the ex narcissist when he was telling me what I cannot do when I was trying to filing for the divorce. I told him this. I said, if you are of any value, you would have still be here. If you are of any value, you would have still be here. And this, I think, applies whether you are discarded or you left the situation. And let me put it this way. Let's say you have a watch, and that's because, male and female wear it. There's a really expensive watch that you have, obviously. So, and is of great value to you. And I'm sure you have this because you feel that, you earned it, you deserve it. So that's why you have it. All right. So people that have valuable things, you don't have this watch and maybe every day you sit down and plot how many ways you can try to see if you can lose it. You sit down and say, plot different ways that maybe if I don't latch it on correctly and I'm, driving on Highway 10 or whatever, and I'm stick my hand outside the window and shake it and see if I can lose it, or I go or stand over the by the swimming pool and kind of jiggle it and see if it will drop in the pool, or maybe I go to the park and I kind of leave it there and come back tomorrow and just to see if anybody will take it. Of course, you're not going to do that with your expensive watch. Why? Because you have value. And why do you have this watch? Obviously, you feel that you have value. You deserve it. You earn it. So that's why, obviously, you're not going to play with it. You're not going to sit down and plot how you are going to lose it. So eventually, this watch goes missing. Somebody takes it. Or eventually, they literally throw it away and turn around and say it's a mistake. Obviously, you can't say that is a mistake. Because you've spent like years, weeks, months planning how you're going to lose this watch. You detailed how things you need to try to lose this watch. So you can't turn around and say, oh, I made a mistake. The watch is not missing. Somebody took it, or I finally dropped into the pool. Now is of no use. So because once you lose it, you lost it because you feel that you don't know the value of it. That's where you lost it. You don't value it. That's where you lost it. And it was taken because you do not have enough value to know you deserve something like that. So you see, if it's of any value, the narcissist will be with you. Just like the watch. If they value the watch, they will still have the watch. If they don't have any value in themselves, they don't think they deserve to have something of that value, of course, they're going to leave it in the park, and somebody else will, pick the watch. And that is what happens in this narcissistic abuse relationship, because it is not a mistake. This is calculated plan. This is from day one plan of how to intentionally misplace, lose, throw away something of value. Why? Because they themselves do not believe they have any value. They do not have any value, because if they had value within themselves, they would know they deserve to have something of value like that watch. So they spend years, they spend months looking for ways actually to lose the watch, looking for ways to misplace it so that it will be gone. So like I said, if they were of any value, obviously you still will be in a relationship with them. But because they do not value you, that's why they lost you. And because they have any value within themselves, they don't think they value anything good because they themselves are not valuable enough. That's why they discarded you. And that is a simple truth. You know, a mistake might happen with normal, emotionally healthy people, but for a narcissistic abusive relationship, that is not what happened. You do not spend time calculating how you are going to intentionally make a mistake. No, that is not a mistake. That is the time that you took out to plan this. So when I heard about, they will come back and apologize, because it was a mistake. Nothing about what happened to you is a mistake. Nothing about what happened to us is a mistake. It was never a mistake. And like I said, it might be true for other relationships, but for what we went through, no. This is somebody that have no value, that is not valuable enough within themselves to know that they deserve to have something of value. And because they don't know and they're not valuable within themselves, they lost something of value, whether they discarded you or you left. And that is what happened. So no, during this period of time where, like I said, Valentine's is coming up and everything, and some of us that just left, you might be in that forgiving mood. Is understandable, especially like I said, if you just left and love is in the air. If you just stepped out and they already moved on to new supply, chances are they're gonna flash this all over everywhere. You might be surprised they give the new supply the same thing they gave you just so they can show it. So, you do yourself a favor in this situation, and please, if you're still healing, keep away from all social media as this time comes, because that's exactly what's going to happen. And if you're considering going back to Narcissist because somehow they realized they made a mistake, you need to listen to this. People don't intentionally make plans to lose something of value. People that value themselves enough do not make plans intentionally to lose something of value. So, normal relationship, this might happen. There might be a mistake. They realize the mistake and they go back together. This was not the case. We went into a relationship with somebody that it actually conned us to get into the relationship, and then took time to plan every single day how to undermine you, how to destroy you, how to reduce you to nothing. So that's what we're in a relationship with. And that, my friends, is not a mistake. All right, guys, get your mind together, get your mind right, and everything else will fall into place. Take care.